Hello and welcome to another review, another movie review. Usually I do these things for I don't know, sometimes horror movies, stuff like that, or comic book movies, because I'm a comic book movie buff. And so, without further ado, here is my review of the new movie, The Wolverine, starring Hugh Jackman with a beard! It's crazy! So sit down, stick around, and as always, enjoy. Alright, so let's start this review. First thing, there's going to be spoilers in this review, so please, if you want to remain spoiler-free, you might want to turn this off and then turn it back on when you actually do see the movie. So Wolverine the Wolverine. First of all, the movie poster is fucking awesome. Isn't it great? Like the black and white movie poster, like the comic book-esque type drawing movie poster. That's fucking really cool. When I first saw the movie poster, I was like, holy fuck, man, that's well done. Well played. Well played. So, Wolverine the movie. First thing I'm going to say about the movie is it's far better than the first Wolverine, than Wolverine's Wolverine Origins. Far better than that, to start off with. You know what I find impressive about the movie, the most impressive about it, is that first of all, I'm not a huge fan of the whole storyline with Logan going to Japan. I never was. So, when I first heard about this movie and what it was about, I was like, oh fuck, Wolverine in Japan. Do I really want to see this? Ugh. But, you know, and then the trailer came out, and the trailer wasn't, you know, it really didn't do much for me. I'm like, the trailer, it's okay, but whatever. I'll give it a chance. I'll go see it. So, what it succeeded in doing that other movies this summer didn't succeed in doing, I won't name any names. Superman! Oh, sorry. Got a Kryptonian in my throat. What it succeeded in doing was giving me a movie trailer that I wasn't really that excited about, but actually delivering a movie that was far better than the trailer. Delivering a movie that I was like, fuck yeah, this is a good movie. So, kudos to Fox in doing that. I think they actually took a page out of what Marvel's doing, because now all of a sudden they're tying in their movies, which is pretty neat. It's pretty interesting, so I enjoy that. Wolverine has some great scenes and great cinematography. I'm always a fan of the whole, you know, going back to the World Wars and all that. You know, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, all that stuff, Pearl Harbor, Cuban Missile Crisis. I love all that stuff. I love that history. And in Wolverine, it's awesome. The opening scene is phenomenal when they're dropping the bomb. And on, it's Nagasaki. If I'm not mistaken, that's the way it went. On Nagasaki. And the, Yoshida, you know, lets Wolverine loose, and then Wolverine's like, you know, you better get in the hole, and he's kind of like all about the honor stuff and goes with the other people. And then he's kind of like, you know what, no, I don't really want to die, and then Wolverine saves his ass and gets fucking severely burned. Burned a la Weapon X type Age of Apocalypse burn, which is fucking cool. So, and then heals himself, and it's just really neat. And just the fact of seeing that bomb drop, and you're like, holy fuck, I realize where we are, I realize what timeline this is, what era, what year we're in, and holy fuck, that bomb shape's gonna hit the fan. So the opening scene just captures you, just gets you all like, I wanna see more of this shit. So, and then we see Wolverine in the hills, bearded Wolverines I call him, Wolverine, man, a few words, hermit life. The bear scene. Even though I'm afraid of bears, yeah, true story. I'm afraid of bears. I find them fascinating, but I'm afraid of them. Not afraid of great white sharks, though. Love great white sharks, but afraid of a bear. And since in the Yukon, we're, you know, you gotta consider this as a Kodiak bear. The fucking thing's massive. But the fact that he walks next to him, you know, marks his territory on the trees, and the bear does the same thing. That's neat. But then the bear dying was kind of sad. It's weird when you see an animal dying on film, and it's always sadder than the humans. And I think it's kind of because you think as humans we would know better than to do the shit that we do. Anyway, so I guess it's revenge, so that's kind of cool with the dude that killed the bear. The bear scene, kind of like, I don't like that because I don't like watching animals get killed. But anyways, beyond that, after the bear. So Wolverine goes to Japan. A lot of for people who read the comics, a lot of the characters are like intermixed almost. The names are switched around, like Harada, Shingen, Yoshida. They're all switched around. So the origins aren't all the same. But I did find it cool that Yoshida wanted Wolverine to come in order to exploit his power and in order to rejuvenate himself. That was pretty cool. Viper was cool. I like Viper. Viper was sexy, and yet had this weird look in her face all the time, this weird aura, and it was kind of like, yeah, I never knew Viper to actually be, you know, interesting. She almost plays kind of the role of like Poison Ivy in DC, and even dressed with the green and everything. It's kind of like that, but she's like a reptilian at the same time. But she actually did a really good job. She was actually really interesting. For a probably C-list villain, she was actually pretty interesting. Now to the Silver Samurai. Not something that I ever was interested in that much. The character, okay, fine, he could fucking flame a sword and shit. But the whole samurai thing just never really interested me, which I find weird that I enjoyed the movie so much. But they actually made it interesting. And like I said, leaps and bounds better than X-Men Origins, than the first Wolverine, the Wolverine Origins, whatever you want to call it. It's a lot better than that movie. Really goes deep into Wolverine as a character, as a person, you know, and the introduction of Mariko is good. And the fact that Yoshida dies, but doesn't really die, you kind of see that coming. I mean, I was watching the movie and I was like, who's going to be the big villain at the end of all this? Who is the mastermind? I'm thinking to myself, the only person with anything really to gain in the end by playing all these people is the grandfather. It's Yoshida. But when the Silver Samurai armor, well, the normal Silver Samurai armor was taken by Yoshida's son, which is kind of like the original Silver Samurai. But they didn't make him a mutant or anything like that. But later on, when you actually see the Silver Samurai adamantium armor, which is actually pretty smart to make this armor out of adamantium and make it larger than life, and you're thinking to yourself in your mind, you're like, okay, Yoshida, the grandfather, is in that suit, and that suit's keeping him alive, or at least that's what I said in my mind. I was like, okay, that's what it is. And they throw you a swerve, because when the heads popped off, you're like seeing sparks and shit, and you're like, holy fuck, it's a robot! The Silver Samurai is a fucking robot! You know, which kind of explains why he can like fucking flame that adamantium fucking sword. And you're like, oh, it's a robot, so the fucking granddad really is dead. That old fuck is gone. And then you're like, later on when he grabs and the fucking armor grabs him, grabs Wolverine, cuts off the other claws, which is pretty cool to cut off the claws. Smart. Not the first time we had adamantium removed from Wolverine. Magneto did that once. But he cut off the claws and you're like, holy fuck, that armor's still going. And then they throw us another swerve. And the other swerve is that it is legitimately the old fucker in the suit. You're like, holy fuck, it is him. His head was just lower down in the suit. Kind of like Ironmonger in Iron Man. So you're like, holy fuck, it's like a double swerve. The first swerve they throw is the fact, no, it wasn't the old man, it's a robot. And you're like, oh fuck, hey, I really thought it was going to be the old man. And then after, holy fuck, it is the old man, holy shit. So that, and the scene of him like rejuvenating off of the blood was cool. The fucking special effects, his face getting younger, it looked really neat. And then Mariko comes to save the day. Very interesting. Very cool. And then so, because of all this, because of the action, I love the scene when Wolverine's running in the village, or walking I should say, and they're all fucking, the whole Black Hand is just like fucking like arrows in his back, and he keeps on going. Kind of reminds me of a scene in Spider-Man 2, when Spider-Man is swinging his webs on the subway, and holding the subway car and breaking the webs, freaking out, and then they lift him up as a hero. And that was always one of the most moving scenes in Spider-Man 2, and this is kind of that way. He's getting harpooned over and over and over and over again, almost like a whale, And he just keeps on going until finally he can't go no more. It just shows the intent and the passion and the drive of this hero of Hugh Jackman. Hugh. So yeah, I really liked the movie a lot more than I thought I would. I think that's why I'm giving such a positive review right now, because I was like, I really thought the movie would suck, and it didn't suck. So the trailer led me to believe the trailer didn't tell me it was going to be a sucky movie, but it just gave me nothing more to hope for. And I went in there and I really enjoyed it. Unlike that other movie that came out not too long ago, that gave me... Fuck, man, what's wrong with me? That gave me that fucking phenomenal trailer that gave me goosebumps. And then I went to go see it and I was like, just so underwhelmed. And underwhelmed is the best word that I can describe that movie. Underwhelming. And then we get something cool that is done in this movie. Now, you remember Green Lantern came out, and I've expressed this before. When Green Lantern came out, the movie was bad. The trailer looked good, movie bad. End of credit scene, cool. So, because DC threw us the bone of the end of scene, the little scene at the end, which is Sinestro putting on the yellow ring and becoming Yellow Lantern Sinestro, when I looked at it, I was like, holy fuck, you know what? The scene at the end, actually, you know what? I can't say, it's cool, it's good. I'll actually watch that scene again. So the movie's not a total waste. So in that other movie that Warner Brothers brought out recently, Superman, we had a great trailer, what I call an underwhelming movie. Nothing after the credits or during the credits. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that because then I'm like, well, fuck, you didn't give me anything. You didn't throw me any bone at all. In this movie, trailer, not great. Movie, surprisingly very good. Credit scene, fucking insane is what it was. Insane. It fucking gave me goosebumps. The goosebumps were coming out. It's like they learned from Marvel. They're like, holy fuck, we're gonna throw in these scenes in here. These cool scenes. These fucking cool scenes. Not Deadpool with no head, but a cool scene that'll make you want to say like, holy fuck, what's going on? And they did that. They did that in this movie. They threw in a fucking cool scene in the credits. So I'm watching the credits. Wolverine's coming through the airport, and you're like, okay, he's back home, he's back on American soil. And then next thing you know, boom, the fucking change, and shit starts going wild, and you're like, holy fucking, it's Magneto. Magneto's around. It turns around, it's fucking Magneto. And on the news, you're seeing this fucking innovation shit from Trask Industries, Boulevard Trask. And then you're like, holy fuck, it's Magneto. And Magneto freezes him and like, you gotta help us. There's a weapon coming, and the weapon is gonna fuck us all up. And then, in those words, and then next thing you know, everybody freezes. Everybody is not moving anymore. You're like, holy fuck, nobody's moving. Time is standing still. That's fucking Xavier. And then here he comes, fucking Xavier, rolling down. Woo! Fucking, there he is. Holy fuck, it's Xavier. You're like, cool, Xavier. Xavier's like, don't worry, dude. I'm fucking back from the dead because I can do shit that will fucking blow your mind. And you're like, holy fuck. You're like, holy shit. Trask Industries on the screen, a weapon that can destroy us all. Days of Future Past is coming. Trask Industries creates the Sentinels. You're like, holy fuck, the weapon they're talking about is the fucking Sentinels. Holy fuck. This is a tie into Days of Future Past. Look at that. Goosebumps. Fucking what a smart idea to throw that in there. Now everybody's gonna be looking forward to Days of Future Past. Smart move. Oh, awesome. Alright, so Wolverine. I would say good to great movie. I'd say great. It's just a great movie. Probably the best comic book movie that I've seen this year. Although I haven't seen Kick-Ass 2 yet. But yeah, but probably the best comic book movie that I've seen this year for sure. My opinion of course, and everybody has their own opinion. Better than Iron Man 3, better than Superman. So, Wolverine. Good movie. Great movie. Go out, enjoy it. And wait for the credit scene. You know what? In my movie, Great White Life, after the credits, there's a scene. Because you're going to know something about DCompose here. Anytime I put credits in a video or in a film, you know that after those credits, something amazing is going to happen. Oh yeah. I don't put credits in shit just to make you watch the credits. I put it because it's a lead-in to something cool. And all the movie companies out there, especially the comic book movie makers, should do the same thing. So, Wolverine, go out, see it. Until next time, guys, take care. Later. Holy fuck, there's a lot of people involved in my video creations. Wow! Holy shit, it's quite a list. For those of you who picked up on the hint, you always watch DCompose videos till the end. If there are credits, let the credits go through, because amazing shit might happen. So here is the amazing shit that's happening. Twofold. Number one, apparently, unless anything changes, for those of you who know that I'm having a kid, I'm having a girl. Holy fuck, My Little Ponies, Care Bears, and Smurfs, and no one can judge. No one can judge. So yeah, so that's the first part. The second part is actually related to this video. And the second part is, you know what? Days of Future Past is coming. So, for those of you who've watched my Days of Future Past video, my 101, awesome. For those of you that haven't or that watched and are like, you know what, I kind of like to read that too. Here is your opportunity to get your own Days of Future Past traded paperback for free. Yes, we are having a contest for Days of Future Past. Here it is, the traded paperback that was actually reviewed in the Days of Future Past 101. So if ever for some odd reason I become famous, not likely to happen, but if ever it does happen, you'll be able to say, holy fuck, I own one of DCompose's comics. So the actual comic reviewed in the movie, I will autograph this as well for you. So, to make it not worth anything, I will autograph this to destroy the value so it has no monetary value. And I will, yeah, autograph this in your name if you want to. Yeah, I'll do that for you to kill the value of this. So it's free. So it's not like actually winning a prize, it's like winning something that has no value. Ooh, value is in the eye of the beholder. So for this contest, to win this book here, Days of Future Past, trade a paperback. All I want from you guys is something really simple. Really simple. For those of you who follow me on Facebook, maybe just write a little something on Facebook. Write a little something on Facebook about why you enjoy watching DCompose's videos. And for the people who are on Twitter, same thing. Write a tweet. Write a tweet saying why you enjoy watching DCompose's videos. Make sure if you're doing it on Twitter to use the ask at askhaveanything.com in there so that I can actually know and see what you wrote. So I will take the collection of all the people who post anything about why they enjoy DCompose, and I will randomly choose a winner. And the winner will get this. Sounds simple enough? So until next time, guys, take care. Later.